feel like that week after a short week is always weird, kind of like almost like a hangover. How we doing, guys? What's up, Silk? Hey, appreciate the share and the repost. Doing well, doing well. How's it going? What's up, Mythological? What's good, guys? Doing good? That's good. I was just saying, I feel like the week following like a shorter work week is always kind of weird. You know, you're coming off of a few days off in a row and readjusting, and then it's just, you know, a longer week after that shorter week kind of feels weird. So I feel like in the mornings I look down, all of a sudden it's like noon at work. It just seems like hey, appreciate the heart me. The seems like the clock kind of flies by, and then it like drags the rest of the afternoon. What's up, Zach? That's a good question. Haven't heard back from him yet. What's good, Zach? I just sent him a follow-up message to see if they have an estimate of time. I know sometimes we've got there's certain things that take a little while for them to source. So not everything's quite immediate. Hey, appreciate the dolphin. So rough long day. Well, now you can chill, man. Do you do your stuff on Zach, do you do your stuff actually like on the ships, or do you do work on stuff like if it's been pulled off of a ship and all that? Or both? Welcome in, guys. Welcome in, everybody. Queue is open. Queue is open. Feel free to hop in if you like. Hop in that queue. We can open anything in the shop on live, or we can send it sealed and we ship out next business day. So anything ordered tonight will get dropped off at the post office tomorrow. Get your stuff on its way to you as soon as possible. Welcome in, guys. Both. Most time in shop. If they can't take it out, we go to them. Gotcha. Is your shop like really hot, especially like because of the summertime, or you guys have like climate control, AC, or? I just feel like anytime I hear like shop or workshop, I just think of it being like super hot. What's up, pots and pans? How we doing, guys? Welcome in, welcome in. Nice, Ricky. Dragonite and Gengar. That's awesome. My favorite Pokemon is Mewtwo. I forgot to show off on, what was it, Monday? My, one of my birthday presents. I don't even know if I can get all of it in the frame, but let's see. You got the giant Mewtwo Funko Pop. Appreciate the follow, Ricky. Let's see. Nice, man. Yeah, I've got the normal size version of Mewtwo down where I work from home, like in my little office, home office. Then I got some other like Star Wars ones, a baseball one for one of my favorite players. Do I have Lugia? I mean, I have a few different types of Lugias. I've got the big one out of what's it called? Nice, all the Stranger Things ones. Yeah, I remember seeing like I'll peruse at like Walmart and that kind of thing. I'll roll by where they keep the Funko Pops, and I remember seeing a lot of the Stranger Things out there. I've never watched Stranger Things. Alright, guys. Yeah, I gotta set that aside so I don't keep bumping into them. We got Crusher hopping in with 8 Abyss Eye packs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7, 8. All right, let's count them back out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright, you ready, Crusher? Welcome in, guys. Dang. Alright. Here we go. Good luck, good luck. If you guys haven't seen it, I did dropped a new video on the YT channel. Posted it this morning. Evil. Talking about it's a semi-rant slash just kind of a little commentary on craziness already surrounding the 30th anniversary and all that, both English and Japanese. So Jinx, Misty, or Shadow. What's up, Brandon? Welcome in, guys. Slowpoke, to Vulture, Mankey, Palafin. Goodness. All right. 4 more. We got 4 more. Spiritomb Hollow, Bronzong. Come on. Come on, Abyss. Litwick and the Thievel AR. There we go. I know this one. I know this Pokemon, chat. Two more here. Alright, last pack magic for you, Crusher. Come on. Come on, Abyss. Toucan. Wow. Woof. Crusher, we will go ahead and throw you in another one here out of some of these Japanese that we have. Let me know if any catch your eye. I don't know if you're looking for a specific set. Looks like we have some from Mega Dream. We've got what's it? Nihil. We've got that's Mega Symphonia. We got Ninja Spinner. What's up, Nikki? Appreciate the follow. Where are these from? It's Mega Dream. Mega Dream. It's Ninja. Trevenant. Any from Inferno X. All right. Yeah. I couldn't remember if it was you that had mentioned it. Let me see. It's M2. Do you have the Dugong? I think that's probably one of the best from Inferno X that we have left. We got that. Togedemaru. Yamper. And Ludicolo from there. Oof, man. Forms are sore. Alright, Crusher. Appreciate you, brother. We got you with that Dugong throw-in, and then the Thievel pulled out of Abyss Eye. There we go. Appreciate you. No problem, man. I don't know that I like mixed up the packs that much. I'm wondering if it right out of the box is just like the hits are like very spaced out. Now we went with what 6 on Monday and got the 1 AR. Then we go 8 today, get 1 AR. All right. Caught up, guys. Feel free to hop in if you would like. Anything can be open on the live, or we can send it sealed, whichever you prefer. And we ship out next business day, guys. Next business day. So anything ordered tonight will be dropped off at the post office tomorrow. And most of the time I'm dropping it off like first thing in the morning. So they usually process it pretty quick. Pretty darn quick when we get it in there early. What's up, Melly? If y'all have any questions, go ahead, throw them in the chat there. Happy to answer them. What's up, the Pretender? Got the Blade Awakening Slim packs there, pinned to the bottom of your screen, guys. That one you can pull the Greninja out of, it's the one that's in Twilight Masquerade. That one's in there. I think the Dash Bun. You've got some of the Temporal Forces. It's like a mashup of, I guess, Mask of Change and Cyber Judge and is it Wild Force? So it has Iron Crown, Iron Valiant, Walking Wake, Gouging Fire. All those SARs are in there as well. Appreciate the likes, guys. So now, what are we supposed to do now that the U.S. got eliminated in the World Cup? Got that, and both the baseball teams I root for are not good. Put it that way. I mean, it's July, so I guess towards the end of the month, you know, we start getting, start talking about football and that kind of stuff. We start getting training camp. That'll be starting here soon. Maybe Norway. I don't know. I saw Argentina barely yeah, I'm a Storm member all the time. Yeah, well, man, the pre-sale numbers on that are, at least these pre-sale costs is so high right now. So I'm hoping it comes down a little bit. I think it's supposed to release at the end of the month, right? So I think I saw something post about like what, the 30th, I think. It better not be. I hope they come down, but they are super duper high. What's up, Slick? If I were to purchase at the pre-sale price, I'd have to charge about $300 a box. Right off the bat. They are insanely expensive. And I can't put my finger on it. Like, I get the 30th anniversary stuff being super high. I haven't seen anything from, like, any leaks or anything. Of, like, the artwork and all that. So I just don't know. Like, I get Mega Rayquaza. Okay, Rayquaza in general is a popular Pokemon, but man, like, this much? Yeah. It is. It's more than double. I don't understand it either. Like, I saw one place, so I follow a bunch of different Japanese resellers, right? You know, try to get the best deals out there. And I thought one of them, when they posted it, I was like, no way, they're just like money grab. They're just trying to like take advantage of the early hype, get people to pay a bunch of money if they had like FOMO and that kind of stuff. And that is not the only one. I've seen from 2 other suppliers with prices just about as equal. Yeah, it's the 30th is even higher. I've only seen pricing from my normal supplier putting out pre-sale numbers. They're astronomical. They are way more than Storm Emeralda. They're like 60% more than Storm Emeralda. So, people have lost their mind. I don't understand Storm Emeralda being this high. I just don't. I don't understand what's the difference between this release and Abyss Eye. Like I said, like, we don't have the card list. We don't have. I don't know the artwork. You know, it's not like there's one particular card that you've seen out there and it's like, oh my god, that's insane, and like everybody's gonna want to try to rip to pull it and that kind of thing. Haven't seen anything, so I just can't see it being justified. So I'm almost kind of hoping that they do reveal the stuff and then the hype will die down. But I just don't understand how they're doing pre-sale pricing that's so high. Especially, and I mentioned this in the video that I dropped on YT today, but you've got, you know, some price correction or market correction, right? With some of the stuff in the Japanese market coming back down a bit over the past few weeks. And then to see this stuff, like, totally counterintuitive. So. Yeah. It's very bizarre. Yeah, I do too, Silk. I think they're cashing in on the FOMO, for sure. I think so many people are afraid I don't know, maybe it's partially Japanese sellers trying to take advantage of the fact that Storm Emeralda will come out and then there'll be a large gap between that and when the English set comes out. So maybe, they're trying to get people, try to get as much out of each sale while they can, before the English version comes out and before people divert their attention to the 30th anniversary. Mentioned this in the video as well, but they've got those starter decks. I don't know if you've seen them. One of them has got each one. There's 3 different ones. They're essentially a starter deck with 1 AR included, no packs or anything else in it, and those are selling for more than a box of Nihil Zero, and it's just a starter deck. So you've got the one that's Eevee, which, okay, I get it, the hype for Eevee and all that. And then one Sprigatito, and then the other is Zorua. And they are selling for what some of the booster boxes that are already released sell for. Like, think Ninja Spinner and probably closer to Nihil Zero. But yeah, so it's whack. A starter deck it's not worth it. I don't understand. They put pre-sale prices on that too. I'm like, what are we doing? It's a starter deck for the equivalent of a current booster box. So, I mean, you add all that in, and then I know some other places are a lot slower since the start of the summer. We've been slower since, late June. So I think part of it too is impacted, and because now we see the prices of celebrations, right? We see the price of the 30th anniversary set with GameStop putting the pre-sales out there, and then you see people turning around and putting those pre-sales that they've, I guess, put a down payment on, and they're listing it for even more. I mean, you have people paying $600 for a UPC and then going around on somewhere else and selling it for, trying to sell that pre-sale for $1,000. Like, nobody has it in hand yet. I would not trust buying anybody's pre-sale. Way too much that can go wrong with that. That's crazy. I mean, you already got a UPC that's supposed to be either somewhere between 180. What's up, Courtney? MSRP, I think, is around 180 or 200, somewhere around there. I've heard different sources put different prices on it, but we're talking to 3 times MSRP already out of the gate. So along with that, and then people are even banking on being able to get their pre-sale once it comes in, and then just reship it out to whoever, but sell their pre-sale for like a 30% markup minimum already on the 600. Like, why is anybody out there willing to spend $800 to $1,000 on a UPC that's in print for a set that's going to be in print, and who knows how many additional products they're going to come out with? Like, I know they listed a bunch of them, but it's crazy. It's crazy market. So honestly, my approach is just going to be to try to offer as much affordable alternatives. I'll see about getting some Japanese 30th anniversary, but it's nuts. It's absolutely nuts. It's legitimately like 2/3. It's like 66% more than Storm Emeralda at the pre-sale. What's up, Troy? Appreciate the follow. Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, but that's the thing is like, you see the pricing from GameStop, so that's just more incentive for people who have not been around the hobby to come in and just try to scoop up anything they can to try to resell. You know, when we allow the secondary market to get that out of hand, it draws in more people, draws in more, you know, outsiders, right? People that have no intention on actually opening the product. Yep. Resellers selling to resellers, yep. But yeah, I mean, if things moved closer to MSRP and they couldn't flip it, you know, I mean, people, we're talking like, this is, the pricing of it so enticing that if people can get a hold of it in MSRP, you could easily get a really good margin on it, even with like fees on certain platforms. Like the Bay, they charge like 13 to 15% commissions on it. But shoot, if you can buy MSRP and easily know that you can turn it around for 3 times the price of MSRP, you know, you're okay with paying that 15% fee, because there's still a good chunk of cash to be made. But that's the problem. We're starting to get into multiples of MSRP, and once you do that, it's very enticing for people who have no intention of actually opening it, or at a minimum buying it and then keeping it in their sealed collection, like that actually want to collect. I got no problem if you buy something at MSRP and you legitimately collect things sealed and you keep it sealed. I do think we need to we got to come up with an alternative that disincentivize secondary market. Because not a lot of people want to buy things, buy unsealed, like unshrink wrapped or non-shrink wrapped product, because it hurts their ability to resell it down the road, or if they're trying to flip it. So just like some of the Targets out there, some of the shops that are like, I know some LGSs do it as well, where they'll like, okay, if you're gonna open the packs right here, if you open the packs in store, we'll sell it to you at MSRP. If you're going to, if you're not willing to rip it here, then we're going to charge you 3 times MSRP. And so that's how you kind of combat that to an extent, right? Every pack we incentivize to be opened helps. And getting it opened at MSRP helps drive down the secondary market. Because like, if you can find an ETB, right, for $60, $70, no big deal. Like, people will pay that, no issue. There's not a whole lot of money to be made there. The only way you can make money there is if you're able to get at MSRP and you can buy a lot of them. It's too small a margin if you're going to go on a platform without making your own website or something like that to limit platform fees. But we're at a place where it's 3 times MSRP, so yeah. I see people coming out of the woodwork to try to get their hands on it. Wonder if it's really going to hold its value too. Yeah, I don't know. That's the thing, is you know, my hope is that they've just printed this set into the ground and just printed so much that they're just going to continue releasing like wave after wave after wave, and then it gets to the point where you know, you might have had a lot of people pay the $600 for a UPC or something, but now you can get packs for MSRP and nobody wants it. So then nobody, you know, as they release additional waves, it pulls the value down. But if they don't release enough, that's the thing. It's purely a supply and demand. And my other concern really is whether like distribution centers will sell all of their product. And I say that because there's a lot of sets that distributors still have product of from like earlier Scarlet and Violet, that they sell little by little as the prices continue to rise. Because they didn't necessarily full on fire sale every piece of Paldea Evolved and Obsidian Flames and all that, you know. They sold a lot of it, you know, did what they had to do in order to keep paying their invoices and whatever, you know, to stay operational. And then, you know, it's been a lot healthier towards the end of Scarlet and Violet and the beginning of the Mega era, where distributors can practically name their price. But my concern is that they will artificially influence supply. And by that I mean them holding on to like pallets of the stuff, because they're like, oh, okay, we'll sell 60% of the product that we get. We'll sell it right off the bat, 60%. We already know that's going to be high. It's big demand. We know it's no problem going to be selling that. And then we'll hold on to more of it and then wait to see if prices go up or how that works. And then we'll continue to sell more of it, you know. There's probably a more mathematical equation where it's like, okay, we'll hold back, or we'll sell as much as we need to cover the invoices for all the product. And then whatever's left over, they'll potentially hold back. Like, even if it's holding back right after the release. Because if they put the stuff out, then they see the market, you know, people are gobbling it up and prices go up. You know, you get FOMO kicking into the market, and then instead of just 150 in ETB, people now are willing to pay 200. So now distribution kicks their price up and sells it to LGSs and whatever at a higher rate than the initial wave was. I mean, that's just how it works. Because if they put out everything they got right off the bat at their normal pricing, you know, there would probably be plenty of the product. But if they restrict the flow of product in order to create a sort of scarcity, that'll push prices up. You know, you sell your stuff, those LGSs, they sell out real fast, you know, and then people are like, oh my god, like they sold out of it that fast, like, oh man, like next time it comes out, I gotta jump in, I can't miss out on it, you know. It's unfortunate because I think I'm just gonna have to take a back seat, both from a business standpoint and a collector standpoint on the 30th anniversary. I can't justify spending that kind of money on it. And I'm pretty sure I'm not going to be able to get hold of any product for a decent price that I could resell. So we shall see about Japanese, you know. The thing is like, so my other concern is like, I'm not as big as some of these other shops, right? That can't, like, these other shops, you know, the prices are what the prices are, right? They'll get it in, and you know, people might not like it, but chances are they're still going to be able to sell it at the high prices because they have a big enough audience, right? They have a large enough customer base. But for me, you know, financially, it's a lot riskier for me to like go in and be like, all right, let's buy a case of you know, the 30th anniversary set, and then all of a sudden, if it drops, you know, a week later, and I haven't sold, if I haven't sold it all, then I'm left left potentially having to sell at a loss, or you know, put it on the shelf and let it sit, and then hopefully the price goes up again, so I can at least recoup my money, all that. The only thing I liked was the Umbreon set, but it's so expensive. Which one's the Umbreon set? Can't stand when they take something that should be a kid's hobby and make it unaffordable. Yeah. Yeah, and that's what I kind of got into the video about that a little bit, and it's like, I don't think, obviously Pokemon is in business to make money, right? They're in business to create some type of form of entertainment that makes them money. So I think they need to do something, but it's not, I don't think it's out of the goodness of their heart that they'll do it to be able to make things more affordable. It's that essentially it's in their best interest to continue, you know, continue building relationships with the younger generations so that they keep getting, okay, the Umbreon, gotcha. Yeah, the Night UPC. It's in their best interest to create a product that is available that can resonate with the younger generations and that they have access to. And you know, video games getting more expensive year after year, video game systems becoming more and more expensive. You know, it might be equal in terms of money, but I remember, shoot, like the GameCube or whatever, when I first bought that, the first brand new system I bought with the GameCube was maybe $200, $200 or $250. What's up, Mr. Lion? Welcome in. And now, you know, the Switch 2 starts out at like $350. Of course, they come down as sales start to dwindle. But you know, you got stuff that's like the PS5 where that costs $500 right off the bat. I mean, things keep getting more and more expensive to start, so you know, they can't necessarily get kids hooked just because of the video game stuff. That's more expensive now. The more accessible, cheaper thing would be for the trading cards and all that. And if they can't find on the shelves, and mom and dad are not going to pay $150 plus for an ETB. Like, I can't imagine that. I gotta be honest, like, if my kid was into Pokemon and that's the price, I'm like, sorry, buddy. It's crazy. Yeah, well, see, here's the thing, though. It's like, that's not even... The ones that are perpetrating it are not... It's not Pokemon. I mean, last year, right, they printed 10 billion cards. It's the most they've ever printed. I think in the last 4 years... I believe I read in an article, over the last 4 years, the amount of cards printed surpasses all of the cards that they printed before that. So since, like, whatever, 1996, 97, all the cards from like then until about 2020, 2021, all those cards combined, that total amount was exceeded in over the last 4 years. So they're printing out more and more and more. So I don't think it's on their end necessarily. You know, they're opening new factories. They acquired a new facility here in the U.S. to do the English. You know, try to expand the English reprinting, that's still going to take a while before it's operational. It's probably not going to be till mid to late 2027. It takes them months and months ahead of time to print sets. The greediness is stuff like coming out of... What's up, Jason? I don't like what TikTok's doing here. They filter some of your guys' comments and they're totally innocuous. Like, it filtered Jason's comment there. I had to approve that for it to be seen. Crazy. It's the secondary market, or even the people that have access to massive distribution like GameStop. GameStop is one of the largest individual vendors of Pokemon cards. You know, think about it. One of the largest that gets it directly. In terms of if we're talking one entity, right? They're starting out by pre-selling stuff at 3 times MSRP for a 30th anniversary. It's crazy. So, you know, like, that's creating what I call like a basement. That's a floor. That's the floor of the resale price, right? So if you know you can get it, theoretically, you can get it at GameStop, which you already know people are going to be lining up all over the place, because every store on the initial release is going to be limited. They're like, I've heard some places say, like, they talked to their GameStop people and they said, yep, we're pretty much only going to have like 20 of this product. You know, it's going to be first come, first serve. You know, we'll have a limit. But essentially, only the first 20 people that would show up could get a certain product. So more than likely, that's probably a UPC. I don't know if that's of each UPC, and they probably like, oh, you can only get one UPC, one ETB. But they've got markup for like a 3-pack blister. Mind you, the Celebrations packs are only 5 cards a piece, guys. 5 cards a piece, guaranteed, with some sort of Pikachu in each one. And the 3-pack blister, GameStop had it listed at $45 for a normally $15 MSRP product. So it's not just the ETBs and UPCs, because those are probably the most collectible, right? Those are the things that people like to buy and put in sealed collections and hold on to and use as investments, which I don't suggest putting your money into Pokemon as an investment, because anything can happen where if they just decided to, like, if they wanted to, they could like start reprinting Evolving Skies tomorrow if they wanted to. And then everybody's Evolving Skies, like the seal booster boxes they have that they spent $2,000 a piece on, absolutely plummet in value. You know, Pokemon has never come out and said that they wouldn't do something like that. It's unlikely, based on their past behavior. Unlikely, but I've heard, what I've heard is like Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh! Does that. They like reprint old sets, and that continues to like keep the overall value of certain things down, or at least keeps it in control, keeps it from like skyrocketing like some of this stuff has. Because if you go into it knowing that, hey, this could be reprinted at any time, why am I going to pay $600 for this thing now when next year they could come out with a massive release of the same thing? Because $600 is not going to retain its value if they can flood the market with more product at any given time. Makes it too risky. Too risky to buy stuff as an investment. Like, and that's the problem. If we're allowing this stuff to get to a place where it's like legitimately an investment, again, you're bringing in all sorts of the wrong people. Like, Pokemon wants to be relevant for, you know, people enjoying, you know, opening packs and the cards and stuff, and continuing to get the younger generations interested and continuing to make it stable. They don't want 40-plus-year-olds coming in here and buying booster boxes like it's a retirement strategy. Stuff's made to open. I get if you collect sealed, that there's nothing wrong with that. But if you collect sealed to keep it in your collection and keep it looking crispy and all that, hey, more power to you. But if you collect it sealed because you think it's going to be an investment and not just it happens that the value can go up over time, I think you're playing with fire. Because while Pokemon hasn't done anything like Yu-Gi-Oh! Reprinting old sets and all that, you could certainly see how there would be a case for it now. And if you thought things got crazy, like in stores for people trying to scoop up Ascended Heroes and all that, just wait till the 30th anniversary stuff hits the shelves. People are going to be acting like absolute fools. But, you know, if you threaten the possibility of reprinting the set at any time, or made sure to print it into Oblivion, people wouldn't see the value in copying it at MSRP and trying to resell. I don't know. I think they should take the shrink wrap off of everything. Now, I get you can't do that with like stuff like blisters and that kind of deal, but take the shrink wrap off of the UPCs, take it off the ETBs. You know, find a different way to secure it. But we got to stop incentivizing people to come in and resell it for hundreds of dollars more than the MSRP. Just my opinion. That's how you could possibly go about it. I mean, they already mess with Japanese. You know, Japanese sellers over there have done stuff like clip-in packs and all that kind of stuff, and requiring government ID so you can't have people, you know, scooping all sorts of products so that they can resell it overseas or something. If I had to guess, because I'm not as educated on the Japanese market, but if I had to guess, a lot of the stuff that we can get here, what we're paying for it is probably close to double, maybe even triple what their MSRP is. Particularly for like booster boxes, if I had to guess. So that's the market we're in now. Obviously, it doesn't help with the tariffs, but so I'm hoping, you know, continue to do alternatives like the Chinese stuff, Korean with sets that it makes sense on. Like right now, it would probably cost you more than double for a box of Gloria Team Rocket in Japanese. Cost you about $200 in Japanese. I've got it in Korean for 70 and change. So, you know, I think people got to start being a little bit more pragmatic about things. What's up, Mountain? How's it going, brother? You know, the FOMO and all that, you know, giving in to this paying 3 times MSRP, like, doesn't help anybody. So, I want to keep it as a collection product, a collectible product, I think, yeah. Theoretically, yeah. I don't know how people do that. I've never been a seal collector. Like, I'm a actual collector. I like to actually open the packs. I want to pull some of the cards, like the bigger hits. I want, you know, so. I feel like that One Piece craze didn't last too long. There's like a very brief time when it seemed like, okay, maybe all these, you know, resellers, all the people that are doing bots for the drops and all that kind of stuff in Pokemon, it seems like they're turning their attention to One Piece. Nope. Or they may still be on that, but now they just decide to do both One Piece and Pokemon. They never left Pokemon. So. But we're still going to find, like I said, we're still going to try to offer you guys alternatives, right, to some of the craziness out there. You know, hey, more power to you if you know, you're willing to partake in the like GameStop pre-releases and all that kind of stuff. You know, if that's within your budget. I just know a lot of people can't afford $150 in ETB or $600 for a UPC. I have a lot of customers. I get smaller orders from. I just can't. I can't imagine a lot of people being ready to fork over $150 for 45 cards in a promo, because that's what you would get out of an ETB. 9 packs, 5 cards a pack. Granted, I understand the popularity, you know, and it being the English set and that kind of thing, but that would be like me charging like over $100 a box for like Gem 5. Like, it doesn't, it's the equivalent of the number of cards. I guess theoretically your chance at other hits. But I mean, you can get a hit out of that that's just as valuable, you know. The Pika is got to be close, if not surpassed, $300 raw for the Captain Pika. I gotta imagine. So, you know, there's still big pulls out of the gem sets, but, you know, those aren't quite at $100 a box. And some of them are out of print. So. Anyway. I'm curious. I know that, like, with the Chinese product we've had, it's mostly, as far as 30th anniversary goes, it's just been the first partner products so far, right? And we haven't even gotten through all those starters yet. I think there'll be at least a third one. Yeah, there'll be a third one. And we're only on to the second for that. I have no idea what they're going to release for the 30th. I assume they'll have booster boxes. Just like they did with Grand Gathering here. Might have some other products, just like the binder things for Grand Gathering as well. You get 8 packs there and the binder, but they're not inexpensive. How do you keep up with all this stuff? But I'm glad you do. Yeah. I mean, there's, you know, stuff on the internet. I mean, the algorithm, my algorithm on social media is heavily Pokemon. So I see all sorts of stuff, all articles and all that. And before I start talking about it on here or a video, I got to make sure, like, don't get me wrong, I'm not like a scholarly, you know, looking for scholarly articles, but I'm making sure that it's at least reported multiple places before I'm popping off about it. Because, you know, people like to be first, or they like to try to be the ones breaking news or that kind of stuff. And, you know, sometimes that means people will make stuff up or publish it. And by publish, I mean post it online without, you know, getting all the details or context and all that. So it'd be too quick to post. But I'd say if Grain Gathering's any indication in terms of the initial like cost, if they come out the same time with 30th anniversary stuff, it will probably be two and a half, 3 times more expensive than Grain Gathering, if I had to guess. What's up, Jay? So I don't know. I just hope I finished the video about this. I hope everybody, you know, that wants to get some of the product can get it at a price that they're comfortable paying. Realistically, I don't think it's going to be available to everybody at MSRP. You know, people can talk about like, oh, well, you still have the chance to get it on online drops and all that, and no, not realistically, not with all the bots and everything. In Blade Awakening, yeah, Blade Awakening, we got a bunch of stuff here. Let me pull it up. I'll roll through it with you. All right, Jason. So a lot of it's going to be sourced out of like Temporal Forces, the English set. So you got Gouging Fire, Walking Wake. Let's see. Yeah, you got Dash Bun. That's a different one. You got Iron Crown, Iron Leaves. So you kind of got Twilight Masquerade with the Greninja. Got the Raging Bolt. Goodness, where are the secret rares? Alright, so you got ARs, you got Iron Thorns there. You got Shiftry, you got the Bronzor, you got the Arbok. We've pulled the Iron Thorns a couple times. We've pulled Arbok. We've pulled the Drampa there. That's an AR you can hit. The Metagross. Here are some of the secret rare full arts. You've got the Gouging Fire, Walking Wake. What's that? Incineroar, Magcargo, Iron Leaves. The what's it? Torterra. Yeah, Torterra. See, I can learn, chat. I can learn some of these names. You got Luxray, Wugtrio, Iron Thorns, the Dash Bun, Screaming Tail. We've pulled that one. You got the Greninja, the Iron Hands, Scizor. We've pulled the Scizor. Raging Bolt. So yeah, so here's some of the SARs, right? Yeah, this one. Yeah, the Iron Leaves. Yeah, I bought this one in English for my set, my personal collection, back in like October, November. I think it's really cool with the greens. You've got the Gouging Fire, Walking Wake, the Dash Bun, A lot of like pastries in here. You got pies. You got like croissants, rolls. The dog is like a loaf of bread. It's crazy. The other green one. Oh, like which one? This one? Scizor. Or the Iron Thorns. You got the Raging Bolt, the big necked yeah, I think that was the Iron Thorns. We've pulled that one a few times. We pulled this one, the Eerie, which I hadn't looked at very closely before, but there's a lot of different Pokemon in here surrounding Eerie. You got Toxicroak, Infernape, Lucario, some other ones I might be missing. Yeah. Did I pass them? Yeah, this one. Yeah, we've pulled that one a few times. Shiftry is a really cool artwork. The design here. I noticed it before, but you got these little Pokemon all around the Shiftry. It's funny, a lot of these designs. Oh, down a little more? Oh, like the Drampa or... Which was it? This one, the Iron Leaves, or the Torterra? Torterra is growing a tree out of its shell. Tree one, yeah. Yeah, so there's a lot of good stuff there. The big one is probably the Greninja. So this was the big chase out of Twilight Masquerade. Pretty valuable one. This one's the big one out of Temporal Forces. It was. Might not strike your fancy there. We've got the Cypher Maniacs Code Breaking. That's the exclusive SAR for the set. Morty's Conviction. So that's got the Gengar in it. You got a Pidgey there. So that's all once a pretty popular one. Then you got chance at golds. A lot of different golds. There are 8. I think we've pulled a gold out of there, actually. I think it was the Gouging Fire. But yeah. Yeah, a lot of possibilities. It is a lot less expensive because there's chances for boxes with little to no pulls. So the slims tend to be less expensive compared to like the jumbo packs because you get more guarantees out of those boxes. Or not say, I wouldn't necessarily say guarantees because we have opened a jumbo booster that did not have a secret rare before, so that's a bummer, big bummer. But we did have a double hit box later where we had a secret rare and an SAR. So sometimes it balances out. But if you've seen or you have opened some of the Brilliant Illusion boxes, it's similar to that as far as hit rates go. You'll at least get a few EXs. A really good box has an AR and a secret rare, but hopefully at least a secret rare. So So yeah, if you guys weren't here earlier, as I mentioned, I did drop a new video on YT this morning, as well as we posted up a new clip, right, from last week where we pulled that Vaporeon and some other good stuff. I'll leave it with that little teaser. So if you haven't checked it out, go ahead, check out the profile. We've got the newest clip posted there. It's from last week on a pretty good box that we opened for Denny's All Alive. Alright, we got Crusher hopping back in. Orioles lost. Love to see it. Alright. One more time. Alright, we got 6 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 more of Abyss Eye. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Alright, you ready, Crusher? Yeah, excuse me, pardon me. Yeah, boo on the O's news for sure. But the Mets let themselves get manhandled last night and gave up 16 runs after being up 9-4. Gave up 12 unanswered runs. There we go. Got another AR. Can't remember this guy's name for the life of me. It's one of the dinosaur variations. Very cool. Come on, we need that box hit. Where's that Mega Darkrai? You know what I'm saying? Mega Darkrai SAR is what we want. Oh, okay. Well, that's a Mega Darkrai secret rare. We take that too. See, I was trying to be very specific about the one I was asking for, you know, chat? So if I just said Mega Darkrai and it showed up, you know, I couldn't... Only had myself to blame. And Mega Darkrai SR. Bastiodon, thank you. Bastiodon. Goldeen. Oop, Sableye and the badge. 3 more here. Electric. Chi-Yu. Chi-Yu, and this set is a dark type Pokemon, not a fire type. Lantern, Drill, and we got the Wailord EX with Miraidon behind it. Alright, last pack magic for you, Crusher. Charjabug, Slowbro, and Zarude. Say a little better on that one. We got 3 hits. 3 hits there out of those 6 packs. Wailord on the EX. Bastiodon on the AR. And the Mega Darkrai on our secret rare. these in with your previous order. Should fit. Yeah, it's the first time I've seen the Mega Darkrai secret rare. I'm trying to think of the other secret rares we pulled. We pulled the one SAR, the trainer. We did pull a Morpeko. SAR. Might have pulled a Morpeko full art as well. Appreciate you, Crusher. Yeah, much better rips. Much better on the second time. No problem. Are you so your master setting, are you doing Gem 5 and Abyss Eye at the same time? Or did you finish Gem 5? Almost done with 4 and 5. Very nice. There you go. Yeah, I haven't master setted anything recently. Donna hopping in, and then I've got Jason. Jason, you're right after hers. Let's see it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So Donna, what are we doing with your 5 gem 5s? Is Fergato like playing with a yo-yo? That's what it looks like. Weird. All right, here we go. Good luck, good luck. Tatsugiri, Larios, Quaxwell, Serledge. Horsey, Stunfisk, Sunflora. Magneton, Pavilions, Fuel, Raboot. 2 more. What's up, Squirtle? How are you? Serledge, Quaxwell, Houndoom. Man, last pack magic. Not even a stamp card yet. Gem 5, dishing out the punishment. Fergato, Serledge, Quaxwell, Wolf. Wolf, wolf, wolf. Yes, yes we were. We're having Gem 5 beat us up. Hopefully, you know, maybe some of those can help you with the master set there, Crusher. To show you guys how tough it is to master those sets, you know? That's crazy. I don't know if we've gone on a gem set where like 5 packs in a row, not even at least a stamp, but sheesh. All right, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we got Jason. Yeah, it's tough. It's a tough one. Oof. Alright, so we have 10 slim packs, and we got 4 Abyss Eye. Alright. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 10 there. With the Abyss Eye. Let me know when you're ready, Jason. All right. Good luck. So Scorch, Toucan Sam. Mega Zeraora on the EX with Thievul behind it. Took me a second to remember Zeraora's name. Fossil. Bronzor. Badge. Alright, last pack on Abyss Eye. Litwick. Vulture. Palafin. And the trainer there. Alright. So now we got Blade Awakening. Swim packs here. Snorunt. Lugia EX. Very nice. And the Shaman. Ekans. Going around the tree, Glaceon, and Cypher Maniac. Heliotime. Iron Leaves, Hollow, Great Tusk, Lana's Aid. What's up, Hunter? Lickitung. Croconaw. No, that one's Finizen. Victini. Hydreigon. Floette. Walking Wake, Hollow, and Cinchino. Noctowl. Infernape Hollow. And Heart Pokeball. I don't think I've ever seen that one before. Heliolisk. Horsey and the Keldeo. Litten. Ramblin'. Drampa on the reverse. Leafeon. Two more. Come on, Blade. Chat it. Gouging Fire EX. Volcano. Screaming Tail reverse. Chiyu. And that's it. So we just got the 3 EXs there for you, Jason. We've got the what's that? Mega Zeraora, Lugia, and the Gouging Fire. Which of these, Jason? We're going to go ahead. We're going to throw you in one of these Japanese ARs we have here. A lot of them are from like Mega Dream. We've got some Ninja Spinner. any of these catch your eye, let me know. We got the Doublade. Got one behind it. The Esper, the Spupa, Togedemaru. Go through them again. Numel, Houndstone, Magcargo, Dragapult, Spiritomb, Togekiss, Misdreavus, Sliggoo, Chespin, Tauros, Claydol, Watchdog, Matang, Trevenant, Doublade, Esper, Spupa, and Togedemaru. Let me know if any of those catch your eye. We'll gladly throw it in for you. The blue one, Matang. This one. Yep, all right. Let me get that top loaded here for you. Top loaded, not sleeved. It's already sleeved. No problem, Jason. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate y'all hopping in tonight. So, Gouging Fire and Lugia out of Blade Awakening. Mega Zeraora out of Abyss Eye. And the Matang, which is from Ninja Spinner. Welcome back, Soap. Has anybody read? I know the new Pokemon game is supposed to, I think, come out later this year. Has anybody looked into that at all? I haven't. Anybody excited about that? It's the essentially Gen 10, right? It's supposed to be the new. I don't know if it's, maybe it's not coming out this year yet. I don't know. I know there's a lot of talk about the Gen 10. Alright, we got Dona. We got 2 Gem 5. Unblind box. Interesting. Two more for Crusher. All right, we're going 2 more on Gem 5. It's not very helpful with a live stream when I have to approve comments that don't need approving. Growlithe on the Master Ball. Stunfisk, Houndoom, Raboot. It's the Growlithe. Growlithe AR. There you go. Much, much better. Beautiful Growlithe. You can see the bottom of the picture. That is Perrin. Perrin's legs. Trainer. It's just a fluffy doggo, you know. Yep. It's looks pretty good. Looks very clean. Oh, this is on the outside. Very nice. That one will be on its way to Crusher, courtesy of Donna. Make sure I get it on there. There you go. All right, yep. Growlithe on its way. Appreciate you guys. And yep, we're caught up now, it looks like. Mets one. That is a treat. What's up, Mike? Welcome in, guys. Queue's still open. Queue is still open. We'll be on until 10:30, guys. So feel free to hop in. Anybody got big vacation plans yet to I don't know how to finish that. Proper English. Welcome in, Savvy. I got tickets to the Orioles game over on Saturday. This Saturday coming up, and they do a thing on like the jumbotron usually, where they have they animate 3 hot dogs racing each other, and one's relish, one's mustard, one's ketchup. So over the years, they've done different giveaways. They've done like T-shirts for, it'll be either like green with relish or red for ketchup, all that good stuff. And they got to give away for hats now themed in the same way. So might have a new hat to rock on the stream. We'll see if we get there in time. It's supposed to be the first 20,000 people, but. Mustard hat? Nah, it's all about relish. Relish all day. They said it's random, right? They said it's random on the website, how they're giving them out. So, but if I have a choice, I'm getting me some relish. Have you been to any games since they changed how they do the parking? Like all the parking that we used to use that was like by the bridge and all that by right next to Raven Stadium. Everything, all of those yeah, true, you could trade. Yeah. What's up, Isaac? All of the parking lots that are labeled like lot A through H or whatever, however many that they have, they are all permit only now. You can't buy permits. Like, you can't just show up and pay for those lots. So I found that out the last time I went. Where's the Nelly concert after the game, which was actually pretty good, surprisingly. The game itself wasn't great. They lost to the A's, but yeah, it's all permit only, and not to mention, like, the permits are expensive compared to what they used to be. So I gotta find out how to work the new system, right? I gotta find the next closest parking that allows you to just roll up and park same day, and which parking spots they are, because I was scrambling on the last time. I'm like, I go to park there. They're like, do you have a permit? I'm like, nope. They're like, yeah, you gotta keep going down here, take a right, go 2 stop signs, take another right. And I go down there and I turn right, and then this other spot that's still next to the Raven Stadium, but it's like further back, is still permit only. So then I had to turn around there and go even further back. I'm like, this is crazy. And it was like $20 cash. $20 cash to park even further back there. So. Oh yeah, Crusher, what school's your team? I'm a huge Notre Dame fan, so depending on who you are, that could be terrible news, because I know a lot of people seem pretty opinionated about Notre Dame. Clemson, okay. How are they looking this year? I know was it last year they kind of like bounced around a little bit, up and down. Has Dabo decided to adopt the was it the transfer portal? It was, I think, originally the transfer portal that he was like resistant to. I don't know if he's changed his stance on that. All right, let's see. I see your order in, Isaac. Let me check one thing for you real quick. All right, let me see here. Alright, we got you for the Gem 5. 4 Gem 5 there. Alright, let me know if we're ripping for you or sending sealed, and if we're ripping, if you are ready. Ow. Ready. All right, here we go. Applin, Fampy, Joltik, obviously. Reboot, Growlithe, Skarmory on the Master Ball. Wattrel, Applin, and Wattrel Master Ball. Chansey, Skarmory, Vivillon. Dang. Not even a stamped one out of there. No problem, Isaac. Appreciate you, brother. Yeah, Gem 5 has been kind of rough on us tonight. Not that it's the most giving set in the first place, but not even like stamped cards. Usually we at least get some stamped. I'm shifting some stuff around here to get more in the packs. Let's see. So it's just going to take a second here to reload. Alright, should just be a minute to reload. So we do have more restocked individual packs of Gem 5. Just had to shift some from the... What's up, Chuko? Appreciate the repost and the share, brother. Coming in hot. You weren't here yet, but I showed off. If anybody out there who hasn't or wasn't here earlier, try to get an angle without it, the glare. Got the giant Mewtwo. Funko for the birthday. Now I gotta figure out the best way to display it. Thank you, thank you. Appreciate it, Crusher. Thank you, Jason. Yep, another year older. Stop keeping track at this point, you know? We have not, Isaac. We have not. We're still hunting them. We're still working on the last case that I had, that we got in. So between the one I opened, so we've got like 8 boxes worth. We've got 6 sealed, 6 sealed full boxes, and then I just updated it so we have 2 box worth of packs. So it should be 36 packs up available in the shop. But yeah, we have not pulled that one. We've pulled 3 exclusives, but they were the gosh. Was it Quaxwell? I think Quaxwell twice. And then I forget the fire one. I forget that one's name, but we pulled that one. Haven't pulled the Pika and haven't pulled Ferrigato. What's up, Aurelio? How we doing, DJ Metro? Alright. So 3 gem 5 here. For you, Donna. So Isaac, I think Donna is donating these to you as well, Isaac. And then I see you, we got you with 4 more, Isaac. 1, 2, 3, 4 subsequently. So let's rip the 3. We'll rip the 3 here from Donna here. Are we ripping yours as well, Isaac, I'm assuming? Ripping those 4. Let's see, Houndoom, Timber, Houndoom again. Joltik on the stamp, at least a stamp there. Always, all right. Sfeel, Joltik, Ferrigato, Milcery, Alright, and the last one from the first three from Donna here. Vibraven, Applin, Sea Titan, and Houndoom. Okay. So, still got the stamped Joltik out of those first three. Yeah, first stamped, of course. Alright, now we got you on yours, Crusher. Or, sorry. Isaac, we got you the 4. My brain's having issues differentiating what I'm reading versus what I'm trying to say. Go figure, you know. How I made it this far, I'll never know. Chansey, Spheal, Tatsugiri, and Skarmory. Hey, there's a Pika. Horsea, it's the first Pika of the night too. Sea Titan, and Skarmory again. Quattro, Sunflora, Horsea, Spheal stamped. Get this Pika sleeved as well for you. Alright, last pack magic for you, Isaac. Skarmory, Raboot, Stunfisk, and the Growlithe stamped. Let's see. We'll top load the Growlithe. What the heck? I'll top load the Pika as well for you. There we go. So at least this time we got you know, we got some more. Some of the stamps: Spheal, Joltik, Growlithe, and we got a Pika. All right. Get all of them in there for you. Yeah, Gym 5's being tough tonight. What's up, Andrea? How we doing, guys? Welcome in, welcome in. Let's see, I'm trying to see if I can. There we go. Nice. All right. Fit your previous order in there. Keep it all together. Yeah, sometimes Gem 5 and Gem 4, and it's tough because those sets, like, they made them different from Gem 2 and Gem 3 in that there's no, like, Vs and there's no EXs in it. So, like, in Gem 2 and Gem 3, you could get stamp cards and Vs in Gem 2 and stamp cards and EXs in Gem 3. And you can only get stamped in Gem 4 and Gem 5. I don't know why they changed that. So it makes it a lot tougher set for pulls. Alright, guys. Sent the Ponyta off to get graded. Keep you updated. Looks super clean. There you go. I couldn't remember which big pull we had for you, Isaac. So, yeah, the Ponyta. I remember now. I've been bad recently at keeping them straight. Not that, I mean, that sounds kind of almost like I'm bragging that we have so many, but we don't have that many. However, it's my oh yes, the 151s are. That was on a snipe, right? That was only on a few packs. Wasn't even like a full box. That's right. We pulled you the Gengar, Jason. I feel like almost everybody here's had at least a big pull with us. 2 packs for the Zard, yeah, 4 for Ponyta. Crazy, man. That's probably the best bargain you can get is to get a 151 Zard for 2 packs, you know? And then even more so a Ponyta, right? 4 packs of Gem 4 probably didn't, what, not even $3 a pack? And you pull the only exclusive out of that whole set. I hope it comes back at 10, man. I think we've only had one other confirmed card that that we pulled on stream and get submitted, and it was Mountain pulled the Mega Charizard X out of Inferno X Japanese and came back at 10. So yeah, I woke my girlfriend up both times. Nice. Tell her. I mean, you know, they come back 10s. Those bad boys can be worth quite a bit over time, you know. What's up, Matthews? All right, we got Jason hopping in. All right, Jason's gonna try his hand at some Gem 5. 5 packs, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Not much, Matthew. How you doing? People are catching on Chinese. Love and hate it? Yeah. It's a good thing because then people like value it, but then once that gets valued, then yeah, it's harder to get product sometimes, right? Or at least at a more competitive price. I'm doing well, Matthew. All right, Jason, let me know when you are ready. Okay, there you go. We are ready. Here we go. 5 packs of Gem 5. Let's get it. C-Type, Growlithe, Chansey. I'm not gonna do my impression of Chansey either. I'll never live down that embarrassment if I were to do that. Let's feel on the Master Ball. I don't need anybody out there clipping it, you know what I'm saying? Replaying it. Hey, and we got the Phanpy AR. Phanpy AR. Look, I'm just a little guy in between the Dom fans. All right. 2 more. Horsey. Timber. Yeah, I don't think we pulled that one yet either. We hadn't pulled the Growlithe, Stunfisk, and a Horsey on the stamp. There you go. Nice little rip there, Jason. So the Horsey on the stamped, and your Phanpy AR. Very nice. Let's do that in a new one for you. Pack that bad boy up with your previous order. Yeah, man. It's a good snipe. If you're at least hitting AR in Gem 5, I mean, we haven't seen as many double hits in Gem 5 as we have Gem 4. So we take those ARs. I know it might not be an exclusive and it's not the Captain Pika, but Captain Pika wouldn't be worth all that much if everybody was pulling it, you know? And I think that bad boy's shot up quite a bit. Market value, at least. Captain Pika's, that is. Plus, it's not a Stunfisk, which we've unfortunately pulled. Was that for you, Crusher? If you're still in here, I think we pulled you the Stunfisk at least once. I pulled that bad boy in English too, and I was not thrilled with it, but you know, what are you gonna do? You know? Sometimes them the breaks, you know? Yeah, the freaking Stunfisk. It's like a flounder. It's just a big old flat fish. It sits on the bottom of whatever body of water it might inhabit. Yeah. Pancake looking fish. I mean, shoot, Disney found a cool way to animate a flounder. Had me second guessing what fish are supposed to look like. I didn't know for the longest time that flounder don't look like flounder in The Little Mermaid. That's what happens when you learn your marine life from Disney movies. Yeah, Disney really had me messed up with what a flounder is supposed to look like after that movie. For the longest time, I didn't know. Alright guys, we are all caught up on our queue here. We're the queue bound on eBay, and I'm 90% sure this guy is trying to wait me out to cancel. Oh boy. Let me know what happens with that, Isaac. I might if that doesn't work out, I might be able to help you out as far as I might be getting another copy that I can sell. Um, so keep me updated if that what happens with that. And then I like to think I'm trustworthy. So yeah. Still chasing Gengar. Are you still trying to rip it, Crusher? Because there's potential I can help you out with that as well. Probably just end up buying it. Yeah. Let me know. Let me know, Crusher, if you're ever in the market. I know, obviously, as a collector myself, it is a lot more fun to pull them, pull the big hits. But sometimes, we fought the good fight, and it's not turning up for us. I think overall we've pulled more Gengars than we have Cubones. Gotcha, Isaac. Yeah, so yeah, let me know how if hopefully things don't fall through. I hope that your transaction goes okay and the guy doesn't mess you up or mess with you. So I hope that goes through. But if it doesn't, for sure, let me know. Oh, wow. That just doesn't even make sense. I hate that. I've been there, Isaac, with different stuff through eBay. It can be very frustrating. You hope the person on the other end of the transactions, just a decent person and will fulfill the transaction, but so I don't have the copy in hand at the moment, but I'm supposed to be coming into one, so wasn't sketchy count either, like 97. Yeah, that's the tough thing, man. I don't. Maybe they like went on vacation and forgot to set their account up to reflect that or something. I know that's possible. I know you can put your account like saying that you're out of town or whatever, and they'll ship back as soon as possible or something. But yeah, I've always, anytime somebody's ordered something from eBay, I've gotten it out the next business day. I don't mess around with that. I'm trying to keep that feedback at 100. Which it currently is. So sold a lot on there. You do run into some problems, USPS. I've had two like return now. One where we put in the person said they put in a claim, and it got returned to me 3 months after the fact. They mark it as delivered, and it's not delivered, and then it gets sent back to me. Like, how do you mark it delivered, but like not actually deliver it? How do you mark it delivered, and then that one in particular got sent back saying that the address wasn't complete, which is true. What's up, Mountain? It's true that the address wasn't complete. I've reached out to I was talking to the customer after he reached out to me saying it was marked delivered and it wasn't there, and I asked him, you know, the first thing I do is confirm that the address that is automatically printed, you know, it's automatic from the person's eBay, and see if that matched. And then he mentioned like there's like one letter or something, you know, it was like South. It should have been an S in there to have South instead of the regular, or the like apartment number or something like that. Like it didn't say the apartment number and it just had the general building's address. And I'm like, dude, I was like, all right, well, I'll submit a search request. It finally got sent back to me like 3 months later, saying that it was undeliverable based on the address. I was like, man. But yet it was marked delivered on the tracking. So I'm like, yeah, I can't. I mean, there's nothing I can do from that standpoint. It got sent back to me, so. Then I got another one that was sent back to me, and the customer, I never heard from the customer, so I don't know. It said it was undeliverable as well. And that was literally like a couple months after. So sometimes USPS is tough. Ooh, all right. We've got a few things in here. We got Mountain Within Inferno X box. Are we ripping that, or are we sending sealed? And then after that, we've got Isaac with a few packs of Beloria Team Rocket. I worked as a mailman. It's a crapshoot. Oh boy. Just ripped the other box he sent sealed yesterday. Did you get anything good, Mountain? I'm assuming we didn't get the Zard if we're ripping another one. Doesn't mean we couldn't have gotten anything good. Or we didn't get anything good. Alright. We are ripping it for Mountain here. Box of Inferno X Korean. Empty box. Alright, so we got 30 packs here. Send in Discord, don't know the names. I got you. Yep. Yeah, throw some picks up there on the cord, you know what I'm saying? Hey, right off the rip, we've got our first AR, Togedemaru. I don't even know what animal to equate that to. It's just a big old round fluff ball. Maybe kind of like a... They sort of look like a chinchilla-ish. There he is again. And the Miss Magius EX. On the hollow. And the Sharpedo EX. And the Tauros. Napalm on the hollow. Blowtorch. Toxtricity hollow. And our secret rare item is the Punk Helmet. Gotcha Mountain, yep. Hit it up. That's what it's there for. Brambleghast. Zacian Hollow. Glisar. Appreciate the follow, Lincoln. And the Empoleon EX. And it's the Mega Heracross on our secret rare. That's a new one. There you go. Crocodile. Or Crocodile. Maybe it's a Crocodile. Reshiram Hollow. Whimsicott. We got a little Piplup there. Let's see. And a Suicune Hollow on that. Yeah, Mega Heracross. Yep. And we got the Mega Lopunny on the EX. You can keep the vault. Gotcha. Gotcha. No problem. Jumbo ice cream. Thing looks so good. Big old cone of soft serve. Flygon Hollow. Sacred Charm. We still got at least 2 ARs here. At least 2 ARs to uncover. Genesect Hollow. Moltres. It is. It's the Piplup. There we go. Piplup just hanging out. Can't tell. Is Piplup wearing clothes? Miss Maggie is interesting. 2 of the same EXs in the same box. Vileplume. And the Sharkadet AR. He's scarfed up, yeah. Sharkadet. So if you guys know, the Battle Cage is one of the secret rare items you can get, right? So you got Sharkadet here, chilling at the, I don't know, it looks like he's at like an MMA fight, you know? He's chilling. Slide Toga in. Yep. And then I think the Toxtricity, Impalm Hollow? Toxtricity, I think, is also at the same venue. He's in like a stairwell. It's like he's walking down the stairwell, and you can see through like double doors opened up that look at the like the cage. So it's pretty cool. They're well themed. All right, let's take a look at the Piplup again here. You see, like it looks like he's almost got like a cape kind of thing. And maybe like buttons on the front? I'm very confused. I need answers, chat. What type of garment is this little penguin wearing? Interesting. What's up, watching? Alright, let's see. Top loaded hits. Is this diaper? Crazy. Appreciate the follow, Dookie Devon. Why does it go into the beak? Yeah, exactly. That's what I don't understand. What is he wearing? We got Miss Magus, Lopunny, Empoleon, Sharpedo, and Miss Magus again. Also, two of the same EXs? Interesting. Our top loaded hits, we got the Punk Helmet on Secret Rare, Togedemaru, AR, Sharkadet, Piplup, and our Mega Heracross with the regular Heracross in the background there. Very cool. And we got just hits going out the mountain. And I believe we have Isaac, right? Isaac up with the Gloria Team Rocket. You know, Isaac, we're here to ask the tough questions, you know? We want answers. Alright. Isaac, we got you on 3 of the Glory of Team Rocket Korean packs here. 1, 2, and 3. Let us know when you're ready, brother. Or if these are going sealed. Either way. Let me know. Mountain, if you're still in here, confirming, right? You don't want your bulk. Alright, Isaac is ready. Set Mountain's bulk to the side. Alright, here we go, Isaac. Good luck, good luck. Just hits. Alright, sounds good. Just wanted to make sure before I put it into the large pile of bulk behind me. Honchkrow. Tarantula, Squawkabilly, Mankey, Nidoqueen. Last pack here, last pack magic. It's a Rotom, Nidoran, Hypno, it's a drone, and the Wobbuffet, Rockets Wobbuffet, holographic. Is that just the holo on our Team Rocket Snipe? Let's see, where were we? I got you right here. Yeah, I try to keep it reasonable on, you know. The, you know, when you get the 30-pack sets on, you know, there's a lot of chances. Can I have the helmet? Punk helmet? You good with that, Isaac? Gem 5 selling for $8 a pack. Wow. Yeah, no problem, no problem. Let's see. I say no problem, and then I have my own personal deficiencies that apparently will make it just trouble for me. Not a normal person. Alright, there we go. Yes. Appreciate you guys. Where's Gem 5 selling for $8 a pack? That seems kind of crazy to me. Had not seen an uptick like that. Could have sworn I just checked my suppliers page. Not that one. Huh. I'll have to look at that again. Oh, wow. Yeah, no, I haven't seen that. I don't doubt it. I mean, there's definitely people out there I've seen, like, what they, you know, it might be, like, Korean or something in the past, right? This hasn't been recently. But I'll see what they're charging. I'm like, dang. Well, that's kind of crazy. I mean, I guess if they can sell it, you know, go for it, right? That's a digital mirror? Yeah. So it's a monitor. I've got a camera set up there on top of the monitor, pointing back at me, and then I got what that's capturing posted up on the screen on the monitor there. Got two big monitors in front of me. One so I can more easily, you know, shuffle around some orders, you know, go through the orders, or update the inventory stuff and all that, so I can do that without messing up what you guys see. Yep. Wow. $85 for First Partner Volume 3. Is that that English, Isaac? Wow. That is crazy, right? Wasn't the first one, the first partner set came out, and that started out around 45 or 50 bucks. No, Vicky, we're still waiting. I'm still waiting on tracking info from the supplier. I sent them an email, or sent them a message earlier tonight asking for if they have a estimated date when they might get that order out to us. But nothing so far. Thank you, Mountain. Appreciate you, brother. Have a great weekend if we don't see you before. We'll be back on tomorrow, but, you know, if you're busy and whatnot, enjoy the weekend. All right. See you, Isaac. Yep, I was just about to say we're gonna go ahead and close up for the night here. Excuse me. We'll be back tomorrow night. Hey, there you go. Enjoy, Isaac. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate everybody. We're over 16,000, over 16.6 thousand likes. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate all the support, all the likes. You know, all you guys sharing the love, you know, amongst each other. And we will be back tomorrow night. Check out YT, guys. Check out YT if you haven't already. Got a new video up there, and a new clip on the socials, including here on TikTok. So peep them out. Hit that like button. Appreciate you guys' support. See you tomorrow.